Today I am making the not Barefoot Contessa fish pasta by Fishery.
And I am making the cod Mare Chiaro, which is by Julia Malucci. One of the reasons that we liked these two recipes, aside from the fact that they're really good, is that they're really similar. Both include tomatoes, capers, olives, garlic, sauce made of those ingredients.
Yeah, and they both have fish.
Yeah. Oh, it says to put them in a bowl and mix them with the olive oil, and we just decided to do it in the pan so that you don't have to clean another dish. And I'm still chopping tomatoes. Here's my olive trick. This is a meat pounder? Meat pounder? Tenderizer. All done. And actually, it's a little bit like whack-a-mole.
Oh, there's some pin bones in here.
Want my tweezers?
Yes, I would love your tweezers. I love doing this. Taking out pin bones. Well, if they're ready to come out, these tweezers work really well, but, well, a lot of fish came out with it, but that's the idea.
I'm gonna check my taters.
Check your taters.
Love in the oven. These are both kind of like modified puttanesca sauces.
They are.
So the potatoes just came out of the oven, and what you do is you sort of half roast the potatoes, and then you add the fish and the sauce to it. Which is a really cool technique because you use one pan, spread the potatoes to the edges, and then put the fish and sauce in there, which I will do in a moment as soon as I make them.
Woo! Ah! That was dramatic.
On the pan. I've had this pan since I was in college. I think my sister gave it to me. I think it was like one of my first pans.
It has the look of a college pan.
But it has a really nice shape, and it's been used so much that not much sticks to it. Yeah. And it's the perfect size for a, if you're home alone, for like an egg dish.
But an egg doesn't stick to that, really?
If you get enough fat in there, nothing sticks.
So you're supposed to brown this fish. Fishery wants you to brown it, but it doesn't really brown without burning the garlic. So we're just kind of going to toss around in here for a few minutes.
Letting you know I'm adding capers.
Those are olives.
I'm sorry.
Giant black capers. Oh, it smells so good in here. If only we had smell-o-vision. I love that Fishery calls her half a glass of wine rather than half a cup of wine, because then, you know, hypothetically, you could pour a whole glass of wine and just drink the other half. All right, so the wine is getting there. It's pretty thick now, so I'm going to add the tomatoes. I don't want the fish to overcook. So a whole big...
Wow. Ooh, let me get this guy.
Oh, thank you. You really want to stir very gently, because otherwise the fish is going to break up, which you don't want.
Julia's recipe doesn't say to season the fish, but we decided that it could use a little seasoning. I'm adding the cod to the middle of the pan. So you push the potatoes to the outside, arrange the cod in the middle, kind of like to press it together, and then you just spoon the tomato sauce on top.
So beautiful.
The goal is that the potatoes and the fish finish at the exact same time. So one thing I did show you was that I actually tested the potatoes, and they should be like almost done when you add the fish.
So the pasta's almost ready. I'm adding the olives and the capers to the sauce and the parsley.
Yeah, so you don't want to season it too much before, right?
No, because obviously this amount of salt cured olives and capers adds a lot of salt. Again, really careful not to break up the fish too much. I'm just going to dump the pasta in this beautiful bowl of Amanda's that I love. Ta-da!
So I just take mine out of the oven and it's done.
And these, you know, are two recipes that have very similar ingredients, so it'll be interesting to see how they turn out.
That was very graceful.
Thank you. My specialty. I lost the pasta.
Oh.
You're right. Oh, very good, but very hot. No one saw that.
Oh. So we don't really have to eat it right out of the oven.
Probably
Actually,
not.
I'm not eating
We're crying, both of us.
We ate this at room temperature.
You did? Here, let's switch places. Oh, looks like you cooked the fish perfectly. They're really different. You know why? It's the herbs, I think. This has oregano and basil, and this has parsley. Ooh, garni. Oh, it makes it look so pretty when you do that.
I'm gonna drop it all in one spot.
Yeah.